morning. Hello, Cherise. Can I comment, reply? Morning. Okay. Better get on with some work in a moment, I suppose. I'll just give it a couple more minutes just in case anyone else. I've changed the angle a little bit to try and make it a little bit more closer up for you so you can see a little bit better. Hopefully you can hear the music as well as my voice. This one's trying to get in again. You probably can't see the door so well from there today, but the dog is sitting. Oh, you can just see his little face around the corner. So yeah, she's not going to let me in. Okay. Just make sure you've got something to lay on if you don't want to go on the carpet, okay? My blanket now covers like the areas where I've worn it out with my trainers on. No! He's knocking on the door with his paw. Later, when we finish. Listen. Mr. Boke has gone to the DIY shop today, everybody. He's gone to get exterior paint. So there was a little bit of paint off one of the edgings outside. So he decided he'd scrub it. Yeah. Bits fallen off. Then he's just left all the bits on the ground. You know what I call him Arthur because he only does half a job. That's what I call him, but only when he's not listening. Let's do some work. Nice and upright, nice and tall. Toes and knees point forward. Shoulders down, relaxed. Make sure that you are balanced and central. So gently rocking forwards, backwards, side to side. Making sure you've got an even distribution of body weight across both of your feet. You don't feel lopsided, you don't feel like you're leaning. So you are lengthened. You're finding that neutral spine. Position where your back feels the most comfortable. Natural lordotic curve. Okay? One day I'll go like that and my hand won't have to come so far out, but yeah, for now. Core muscles, the pelvic floor, the muscle from within, the one you would use to stop mid-flow. Imagine that muscle is attached to a lift and just draw that up from inside. It's like a straw and you're trying to suck up a pea, a little vegetable pea. That kind of drawn up feeling. You're going to take it down halfway and then you're going to take it down a little bit further and just leave it at floor number 3. So you know you're holding it as a little bit of tension, but it's not too uncomfortable and hopefully you'll be able to maintain it. Then imagine you've got a belt around your middle, 10 notches on your belt. I want you to pull that belt in notch number 10 as tight as it'll go. Take it out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and then leave it there. So you know you're feeling it, mild tension around the middle, that tightened kind of corset feeling, that tightened new jeans, zip all the way up kind of feeling. Because you're holding from the core, you've got your neutral spine, you're going to place your hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. Lateral thoracic breathing, so that means breathing from your rib cage. Just going to take a nice deep breath in, open the ribs, and release. Nice deep breath in, and release. Good. Relax the arms down and just gently begin to pedal your feet. I'll move back now so you can see my whole body. Gently pedaling through your feet one side to the other, raising up an alternating heel. Allow your shoulders to just gently rotate in one direction and the other direction. Place the feet flat down, lift all the way up onto the toes and release. All the way up onto the toes and release. One more time. Lift, lengthen, stretch, and release. So you're going to take a nice big step out to the left, reach up and over, back into the middle, and then go the other way. Oh, my body feels very worked. I think the word is, feels very worked this week. Reach up and over. Lengthen through your waist. You're going to take one more here. Into the centre, hold it there. You know when you've worked really hard all week and your muscles feel really, really tight. You think, I wish they looked as tight as they felt. Arms come up, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate one way. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, rotate the other way. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in and return. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in and return. And you're just going to do one more to each side for me, please. Trying to keep those hips in place. And into the centre, release the arms down. So just very quickly, we're going to just take 1 foot forward, circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. Toe forward, circle round, lift the knee up and balance. And you're going to ankle rotation, one way and the other. And then place that foot down. Other leg comes forward. So having good posture and good core strength will actually help improve your balance. Holding it in the middle, ankle one way, or you won't be able to hear that, but my ankle's really cracking, and the other way, and place the foot down. So you're going to stand towards the back of whatever it is you're rolling down onto. Breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently begin to roll down. At your lowest point, just hang and relax those arms, and then when you're ready, you're just going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to begin rolling back up. Rebuild your spine. Relax the shoulders down. Back to neutral. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down. Soften the knees. Allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, gently begin to roll back up. So we're going to be coming down into a downward dog. If you have back problem, if you have high or low blood pressure, you're going to come into a cat instead. I will show you both, okay? So breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down. At your lowest point, you're going to walk your hands down, leaving your feet as flat as possible, lengthening up the back of the thighs. Now your back, nice and straight, so don't dip or arch, okay? Nice flat back. This is your downward dog. Any problems? You're coming down and you're just going to breathe in, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest and breathe out and release. So cat stretch if you need it. Otherwise, in downward dog, make sure your hands aren't going to slip, okay? You're going to breathe in, take your knees down. Breathe out. Come back up, push the heels down. Breathe in, bring those knees forwards and down, just above the floor. And then breathe out and push back. Good. Breathe in, knees come forward and down. Last one here. Then come back. And then this time I want you to come all the way down. And we're all coming into that box position. Make sure your weight isn't too far forward or too far back. Nice flat tabletop spine. Wrists, shoulders distance apart, your knees hips distance. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push one leg straight back along the floor. Level 1 of your swimming. And then breathe in and slide the leg back in. Breathe out, push the other leg back as far as it will go without dropping your hips. Breathe in, slide it back in. Now if you want level 2, breathe out, fully extend, then raise in line with your bottom. Breathe in, touch the toe down, and then draw the leg back under. So we're making sure the leg is fully extended before it lifts. Toe touches down and drags back under, so your toes touch the floor before your knee. If you want the next level, slide the opposite hand out along the floor. As the leg comes back under, draw the arm back under. Back remains nice and neutral. Final option. Once the arm is fully extended, you can then raise the arm. So you have got 4 different levels. I'd like you to pick the one that you can use most effectively. Try the higher levels. Also try and keep that head looking down. So once you grasp the concept, stop looking at your device and just keep looking down at the floor. Unless of course you put it underneath your face, which is a very sensible thing to do. Good. Breathe out, push the leg away. With or without the lift, gently bringing it back in. As the leg lengthens, you should feel a lengthening through the core, through the tummy. And then as the leg comes back in, those muscles shrink back down. It's like an elastic band. You're lengthening it out, and then you're gently releasing. That's why we're not bringing the knee down first, because that elastic band would pin it and go too fast. So I'm going to ask you, please, I'm full of all these analogies, you know, come on, all these visualizations. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. I often imagine my husband's at Idris Elba. Good, core muscles in and controlled. I'm going to ask you, please, I hope no one fell on their face when I said that, by the way. I'm going to ask you for one more on each side. So swimming, strengthening through your core and your lumbar spine. Once you have completed those two, you're going to bring yourself down into a leg pull position. Now we're going to come all the way down to level 1 because we're going to add in movement from the hip for a hip drop. So forearms and elbows are down, you're looking down between your wrists so your neck is in line with your spine, and then you're drawing up the pelvis, keeping your knees down. From there, breathe in, breathe out, lower the hip to one side, breathe in, come to the middle, breathe out, lower the hip to the other side, breathe in, come to the middle. So you're allowing your hip to lower to the side, to come back to the middle, and then to change sides. Every time you come back to that central position, drawing up through the middle of the body. Now the next level is to take the knees off the floor. So you're still on your forearms, breathe out to lower, in to come up, and then gently go the other way and back to the middle. What you should avoid is looking down the body at what the hip's doing. Keep your head fixed, look down at the floor. You're gently allowing your hip to drop. One side, then to the other side. All the time, core muscles zipped up, pulled in. I'm going to ask you for one more to each side. Try and do an even amount on each side. So you might just do one more to finish it off, or you might do 3, 1 on one side, 2 on the other. Please do feel free to grab a drink at any time, guys. Don't spill it on your carpet, which is what I've just done. Good. Once you've done those, you're going to come all the way down onto your front. Now we're bringing our arms into what is called a capital E shape, okay? Elbow, shoulder, fingers point forward. Obviously you're laying on your front, okay? From here, big toes touch together, drop the heels out. Because I don't want you to squeeze your bottom and I don't want you to lift your legs. Keeping the arms and the hands on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out, peel the chest up, keep looking down, and then breathe in and gently lower. Breathe out, peel up the chest. This is called swan dive. And then breathe in to gently lower. All the time, you should be looking downwards. Don't move your neck, okay? Your neck is part of your spine. It stays lengthened, it stays still. You're mobilizing through the back, but you're peeling yourself up off the floor. If you want to go further, you get to here, you breathe in. As you breathe out, you can come up higher. So my forearms have come off the floor, and then as I breathe in, I lower, and my arms and my elbows come back down. If you're going to come to this extended swan dive, you are adding an extra breath. Lowering on an inhale. Lifting on the exhale. Continuing to work for me, please. Remember, core muscles in place. So imagine you've got a raspberry underneath your belly button, okay? You don't want to squash it. So as you're peeling the chest up, we're not allowing our belly button to drop down. So we're strengthening directly through the centre of the body, but also mobilising through that back. And I'm going to ask you please, in your swan dive, keeping the legs still, keeping the bottom relaxed, don't clench it, for one more repetition please. Once you've completed that, you're just going to bring the arms in and under the shoulders, so you've come back ready to come into your leg pull. So you're looking down between the wrists, draw the pelvis up, level 1, lift the knees up, level 2, hold and breathe. Now if you want level 3 or 4, you're going to be coming up on your hands. Please be careful that the hands don't slide, okay? So level 3, coming up, make sure your body weight is evenly distributed. You don't want to be too far forward. Level 4, breathe out, lift one leg. Breathe into lower. Be careful if you come up to 3 or 4. I don't want you to overload your shoulders. I want you to lift and hold from your core. Deep, full breath. It's okay to stay at level 1. Very often I will stay at level 1. I know my body's working. I can feel it. But I'm more sure that my core is the only thing working. I haven't put pressure in my shoulders or any of my other joints. So for me, a level 1, not just a safe option, but it's a really effective option. I'm not expecting my body to do more than it wants to. I'm going to ask you please, for 2 more breaths. That's a guideline. If 1's enough, that's fine. Don't just collapse, gently lower down. And once you've done those 2, you're gently turning onto one side. Either side, please. And your head is resting down on your arm. The arm is lengthened with the fingers pulled away. Your legs are lengthened and in line with your body, okay? Straight line from the fingers down to those toes. I thought if I painted my toenails bright pink, you'd all be able to see them, so hopefully you can. The hand you've got here is for your balance, for your support. Hips, knees, ankles stacked, breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs up without rolling your posture forwards or back, okay? So everything you do, try and keep your posture in place, okay? Legs lengthened, hand is there. As soon as the legs came up, the obliques, the waist began working, okay? So already, we're not moving anywhere, but we're already working our obliques, our core, and our lumbar spine. Little bit of effort around that hip. Now breathe in. As you breathe out, raise the top leg only as far as comfortable, and then breathe in and lower. Now your bottom leg, breathe out, kick it forwards, breathe in to return. Top leg comes up and gently lowers. Bottom leg comes forwards and gently back in. Hand is there for balance. If you don't need it, you are taking it away. Your balance might be so good that you're able to take the arm all the way over. So while one leg moves, the other leg remains in place, okay? So one movement at a time. Also, there is no set height, no set distance on the movements. They only go as far as you can control them. What I don't want you to do is kick so far that the body wants to roll, okay? Don't compromise your posture. Movements are controlled. Breathing out to take the leg away from you, breathing in to return. And could you please just complete one more of each movement, please? And then you can just keep those legs lifted, held, and still. Lovely. So if your arm is over, bring that arm back down. Hand comes down, gently raise the legs down. If you need to give your hip a little rub, please do so. And then you're going to bring yourself to sit. So if you have any problems with your wrists, if you've got carpal tunnel, anything like that, and your wrists aren't particularly strong, your option, don't lift up, okay? Your option, legs bent, fingers point to the bottom, and you just push back and hold. Our target area is our tricep, okay? So you just push back and hold. Everyone else, if you're able to, you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to lift the bottom and come into a reverse leg pull. Don't drop the head. We're not auditioning for a Vogue front cover. Hold and breathe. So belly button is drawn up towards the ceiling. Try and keep your bottom lifted. If you want to go further, legs go out 45 degrees, but do not drop your pelvis. Just deep, full breaths, maintaining your position. I'm going to ask you, please, for 2 more breaths, or here. Once you've completed your 2, gently lower. Give those shoulders a little roll if you need to. We're going to come into an exercise called the teaser, okay? Legs bent, feet down. Shoulders down and relaxed. Breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, and bring one leg up. Your knees are parallel. Your toes are pointing away. Now, if already that is enough, then you can have your hands by your side. If you can go further, arms extend, parallel to the leg. Breathe in, you gently lower. Breathe out, you come up, but you mustn't move your arms or your legs. Breathe in to tilt. Breathe out to come back up. So one leg, with the arms if you can. If it's too much, you can keep the arms down by your side. If you want to go further, okay, you're going to have both legs lifted. Breathe in to tilt. Breathe out to come back up. Tucking that belly button in towards the spine. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there. I've done it this week for the first time, and I've forgotten about teaser. It's one of those exercises that slipped to the back of my mind, but it is a very good exercise. Strength for your core and for your lower spine. Now, if you've just got that one leg on the go, bring yourself to sit and place the foot back down. If you've got both legs up, carry on, okay? Breathe in, tilt, other leg up. Breathe in, tilt. Breathe out, lift up. Try and make sure those knees are parallel. The leg isn't lowering, the arms aren't lowering. Your movement is coming through the spine. Strength from the core to bring you back up. I've actually got a bit of a sweat on doing this one, guys. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. Breathe in to tilt. Breathe out to come up. So in your teaser, or here, I'm going to ask you please for 2 more repetitions. Gently tuck in that lumbar spine, that tailbone under. Once you've done your 2, place that foot down, and you're going to gently come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're on your back, I want you to find neutral spine again. So tilt the pelvis a couple of times, find where the back is comfortable, hips parallel, knees parallel, make sure that the feet are hips distance apart. Take a breath in. Breathe out, lift one leg up to a right angle. Okay? Should be able to reach the knee with a soft elbow. Shin faces up, core muscles in place. Hold it here. Level 1. If you want to go a bit further, you can bring up the upper body, chin off the chest. Both of them, yeah? Up off the chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, pulse the hands down. It's just the hands. I don't want you pulling the whole body up. Just push down. Like you've got a bouncy ball just underneath the hand. If you want to go further, you're bringing the other leg up. So you've got both legs raised, right angles. Deep, full breaths in and then out to push down. Ideally, you're getting 5 pushes down to every exhale. If you want to go further, legs can come out at 45 degrees. You could have both legs lifted and keep the shoulders down. That is an option. If you've got just one leg raised, I'd like you to lower that leg, bring the other leg up. If you've got both legs up, carry on. Make sure that you can reach that knee, right angle, stay here, or add the pulse. Remember, with every exercise you do, core muscles should be engaged, neutral spine should be in place, breathing full and deep. I always think of Pilates like a jigsaw. It's got so many little pieces, and if you forget a piece, so if you forget your breathing or if you forget your core muscles, then you're never going to get the big picture, it's never going to be complete. And the more you get used to Pilates, the easier it becomes to make sure these things are in place. To make sure we're using full deep breaths. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more at your level. Once you've done your 2, return your upper body down. If you've got both legs raised, 1 foot at a time comes down, please. Legs come back down into bent base position. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring that first leg back up. Right angle behind the knee. Bring the arms up. Palms face inwards. Fingers pull towards the ceiling. Breathe in. As you breathe out, arms go over. Leg goes out, but they don't touch the floor. And then breathe in. Bring them back in. Breathe out to lengthen, like I'm pulling your fingers away. I'm pulling your toes away. You've got this nice lengthening through the center of the body. And while we're moving here, this other knee remains nice and still. Don't let it wobble. If you want to work harder, other leg can come up. Keep it nice and still. Breathe out to open up, to lengthen. Breathe in to return. If it's too much, take the arms away. Or if it's still too much, you can do just the arms and keep the leg down. So there's a few options there. If you've just got the one leg raised, when it gets back to the center, replace the foot and change legs. Good start position, breathe in, breathe out, push it away, keeping this other knee still. Breathe in, bring it back in. Lengthening from the fingers to the toes. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. Breathing out to lengthen, it goes away. Breathing in to return. Don't bring that knee in too close. Remember, right angle above the hip. The same with the arms, they're coming back to the middle. We don't want them coming too far over. So they can go overhead, but they stop when they get in line with your shoulders, your chest. And I'm going to ask you please, for 1 more of these at your level. Then your feet, 1 at a time, can come down if you've got them both lifted. Arms can float down. Good. You're going to bring your legs together, okay? Not very often that in Pilates we actually have those legs together when we're laying on our backs, okay? This is trunk rotation. This is one that's going to help with realignment of the spine while also working through the core and the waist, okay? You're going to bring your arms out to the sides. Now breathe in, keep the legs stuck together. Breathe out, lower the legs to one side and look away from your knees. Breathe in, come to the center. Breathe out and go the other way. Breathe in and come to the middle. Now your knees may or may not reach the floor. Doesn't matter either way. Because when you lower your knees, the thing you must be certain of is that your shoulders are staying down. So if you're rolling your knees over and your shoulders are lifting up, don't take the legs so far, okay? You want to go next level, right angle, keep those legs stuck together like glue. And again, don't let those shoulders lift. As soon as you feel like the shoulder wants to come up, then you've gone far enough, okay? Breathing out to lower, trunk rotation. Breathing in to return. Or keeping those feet down, legs stuck together. I'm going to ask you please for one more each way. Excuse me while I just take a drink. Once you've done those, legs come to the middle. Please feel free to give yourself a nice long body stretch. When you're ready, you're going to carefully come over onto the other side, okay? To the dark side. Or not. Head pressed down on the arm. Point the fingers, point the toes, hand there for balance. Breathe in. As you breathe out, both legs come up without rolling. The waist, the obliques, already working. Core, lumbar spine, working. Okay? Don't roll the body. Hand there for balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Top leg comes up. Keep it straight. Point the toes. Breathe in lower. Breathe out, bottom leg. Kick it forwards. Point the toes. Breathe in to release. Top leg comes up and returns. Bottom leg comes forwards and returns. Hand is there for balance, but if you don't need it, you are taking it away. If your balance is still good, take the arm over. What you might find is when you start taking the supporting arm away, that you need to make the movements a little bit smaller to prevent the posture being compromised. No set height to the lift is as far as you're comfortable. No set distance to the kick as far as you are comfortable. Keeping that body lengthened all the time. Zip up through the centre of the body. Breathe out to raise without rolling. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. So with your side kick, your side raise, I'm going to ask you please for one more of each move, working through the waist, the tummy and the back. Core, obliques, lumbar spine. Once you've completed those, legs together, keep them lifted and still. Just going to take a couple of nice deep full breaths here. And then gently lower them down. If you need to give that hip a rub, please feel free to do so. And then from here, we're just going to bring ourselves round into box position. Back flat, tabletop spine. You're going to push yourselves back into a crouched position. Now, we're going to be rolling ourselves up to stand. If you need something to hold on to, then move closer to that item, okay? Breathe in, place the feet down, breathe out, and using as many breaths as you need to, start the process of rolling back up through the spine, rebuild the back vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. And as you reach the top, relax the shoulders down. Make sure neutral spine is still in place, comfortable back. Pelvic floor is still drawn up. belt around your middle is still tightened. Good. So lift up onto the toes. Can you balance? And release. And again, lift up, balance. So try and remember, it's a nice long weekend. Like every day is a weekend at the moment, isn't it? But it's a nice long bank holiday weekend, okay? And just keep reminding yourself throughout the day, keep your core muscles, keep your neutral spine. Walk tall, yes? Lift up onto the toes, balance, and then close your eyes if you can. And then release. Well done, everyone. Okay. So although it's not a really hot sunny day, what you do need to do is make sure that you rehydrate now. So take yourself a nice drink. Well done. Hopefully there's something in there for beginners, intermediates and the advanced levels. And we are all done for today for the Pilates. We will be back at 4 with your aerobics, okay? And then keep an eye on YouTube because your dance fit should go on there about 2 o'clock time. Take care, guys. Have a lovely, lovely day. See you soon.